Welcome back, picking up right where we left off. Let's hit the contact page. So what we're going to do is we're going to take our, let's just take our events template, copy, new, paste, save, and it's going to be contact. .html. Also, because we copied that, we got to remove this robots. We don't want this to stay. And come down here. I'm going to remove this active menu. Add it to contact. Boom. There we go. And now we just remove this. So let's do section form. And we're doing form. Save. Open a new tab. That's what we got to work with here. And that's right, we got to remove. Yeah, just remove these. Delete. Yes. Delete. Yes. I'm just going to create new ones. So we can remove this. We're not using this. Have a new one. Save. Contact.less. And we're going to go over here. Refresh and where are you? There you go. Auto prefix. So right away, we're gonna have this again. So from the so we got that. So from actually, I'm just gonna grab that again. Events.less. I am going to grab these guys. Copy. Paste. And get this set up. Copy. Paste. Okay, so right away we have a left and a right section. All right, easy peasy. So we got our .left section. We get an H2. And we got some fun stuff here. Okay, so to make this, there's a couple options. One is to do it with pseudo elements. The other is to do it with inline. Either way, we're going to have to do a contact group. These will have to live in. So we're going to have so that's a heading. So that's H2. So that's H3. Let's just get these set up. And, it's going to be an A tag. Yeah, I'm just going to grab that. So that's one contact group. And then we get another one. Okay, now we got this donate button here. It's going to be a link to the PayPal. So a, and we're going to do that custom class equals donate. So we're just going to mimic that. And now these cards. Let's go to flat icon. And let's just download them all. Let's log in. By the way, this is probably the best $10 a month you'll ever spend. I get so much value out of this. So let's do a Visa. I'll use this one. Download the SVG. Save. CC, credit card 1, CC1. That's Visa. MasterCard. Okay. Let's see what options do we have. Did MasterCard like rebrand as Maestro? I don't know what this says. So I don't want to use. I'm not using these PNGs. They're way too small. Let's see if we got an American Express. Alright, we got that. Let's see. Let's get Discover. CC3. What else was there? Union, whatever that is. And we're just missing the MasterCard. Why is it so difficult to find? I want a card. Why don't you give it to me? I guess I'm just doing this. That should be enough. So what we're gonna do is this donate button. We're gonna have a group of them. So credit cards. It's just gonna be easier to manage them this way. Image source images CC1, and we're going to be loading equals lazy, decoding equals async, credit card, and then height and width. I guess it's whatever I want to be. We'll decide when we get there. Okay, so we got CC1. And there they are. We'll figure that out. So we're going to mobile it. And normally I have templates for these things. So I don't have to do this every time, but I did a little special for these guys. We're going to build everything from scratch. Now, what to do about you? So we'll have to make this background. So if we do use an image, we need to put it in a picture tag. And then absolutely position it in the group. And if we do pseudo element, then it's going to be difficult because I need to do two of them and they need to overlap. So I think I'm just going to do the picture. I'll just do that. This seems like the easiest thing to do. I think I have a male one. SVG. Email. And height and width, I'm not even sure. Let's just do width of 20, and let's just see what it looks like. 20. Copy that, and paste that. So now let's go to our CSS, and I'm going to start at the top. This is 55, so let's grab the content. Let's grab this so it's the same as the rest of the page. And form. What's your margin, Bob? It's 92. Okay, and I'm going to do content group. I'm going to set the H3. All going to be display block. Font size 18. Line height 28. 18. What's up, bud? Yeah.
Look.
What's up? What's wrong?
This. When I press A, he keeps on doing it.
Oh, that's Brennan. He knows.
Do you know?
No. What? Ask him. Bye, bud.
But Daddy.
I don't know. I don't know how to use that.
He doesn't know how to use it.
Sorry about that. My guy has a question about Animal Crossing, and it's like, I have no idea. Uncle Brennan knows. He knows all about the Switch, so so he's taking care of that. So we got that, and then we did our. Yeah, we only have one A. Let's just give it a class. Email. Color. Font size is 18 by line height is 28 by 18. Display block, so it jumps to its own line. And I don't think they have 4 pixels. 18. Okay, and inside the contact group, I want my picture element. Position absolute. Right, display block is going to be 32 by 32. We have a border radius of 50%. Background, primary, and the image, display block, width of 20 m, height, and let's do a display. Well, if this is block, let's just make it flex. Justify content center, line items center, and we're gonna go. So this is left 0, and if we go 49, so let's try left negative 49 divided by 20m, and if that's the top, let's just do top 0. Okay, now let's just see what that looks like. That's awful. That's why contact. Okay, so it looks like it's going off screen here. Are these even getting anything? Contact CSS. Why do you not have a margin bottom? That's because it doesn't have content. So that fixes that. Margin bottom is 64 for contact group. And let's try padding left. 50. So let's make this left at 0. Interesting. Where are you? Oh, did I forget? Let's see, position relative on contact group. There we go. Okay, looks like these emails are red, so I'm gonna have to change that. So we're going to our images, to email, copy, paste, rename, email white. I'm gonna open you up. And right here, I want to make this white. And inside our picture, we're going to email white. Oh, forgot one. Where else is there a color? There it is. Got it. Alright, so change that, got that. That works for me. I'm happy with that. Email, text, decoration, none. Let's do hover, text decoration, underline. There you hover over there, it's out of line. Okay, and then we got our donate button. So get right contact group. And let's do donate. Let's just see what you are. Let's just say font size of 18. Width of 92 to 18. Line height of 26. Display block. Radius, so if I want it to be a pill, what is half of 26? That's 13, so 13 divided by 10. And I mean, that should pretty much do it. Text decoration, none. Color. What colors have we been doing? Bold. And let's just see what that looks like. Well, that's not going well. Oh, because I didn't spell it right. Oh, I gotta do a background color, which is I just want to grab a color. I gotta do this stupid thing. Okay, 255, 196, 57. 255, 196, 57. 255. Is that right? 196, 57. That's my color. Text line center. I feel like it's got to be smaller. Now this is 6. This is 6. And this is 6. And these are cards, so credit cards. Image with 225. Light, auto, credit cards, margin top, 20. Alright, so we got all that. Oh, alright, someone's coming here in 3 minutes to pick up little guy. Okay, yeah, play date. So we'll start doing the form. Right, so this is left section. I'll do right section. When I come back, we'll start filling in the form. So just a sec. All right, I'm back. So what I like to do, I like to grab forms from other websites I've made. Let's just do this one, whatever. I just want the HTML. I'll take this. Here's the form. Copy. And then right section. Well, I mean, I guess the form is the right section, right? So one less div. Yeah, class right section. Okay, so now we got our. This is what it looks like normally. So let's see. All your forms need to have labels. No more placeholders. That's not good accessibility. You gotta have your label tags. Oh, great. Can't seem to get any work done today. That's the wife. Alright, I am back. Hopefully not to be bothered again until I finish this. So we're just talking about labels. So I like to, you can put your inputs, inside of a div. It's not a big deal. Let's see, hidden hover box. Oh, this is my hover box. So yeah, I like to group my inputs with their labels. I can move them around and do things, do whatever I want with them. So that's what I got here. But it looks like we just have name, email, and message. Is that all we want? So let's get rid of phone. So you got name, email. We don't need location. We don't need how did you find us. We just have a message. So if we go through our tab index, 1, 2, and 3. This is just something you put on that you put on your inputs, just to help the order when you hit the tab button. What's the next one? This is the next one. So these are required, and I don't think we need our placeholders. Let's get rid of our placeholders. That's just redundant at this point. That's what we got the labels for. Okay, now form. well, first let's make our labels display block. And they're going to be font size 18. Their color. Height of 28, 18. And that should do it. Margin bottom of like 5. Okay, and then we got our input. Going to be there we go. Height of 62 divided by 20 with 100% of the form, which will be with 96%. Auto. You've seen this story before. Center it, and then max width. It's going to be 704. Okay, and then you guys are going to have this is your border. One pixel solid. That color, border radius 8 pixels up here. 8 divided by 20. And then we're going to have a margin bottom of 32. When we get that, we get this, which is already pretty darn close. No letter spacing. Are these capped? No. And now we got to do the message. So the message, we're just going to copy this. I'm just going to do a text area now. And then we're going to add a bin height. One to 80. And reset the height auto because we want this to be a minimum height of this, but then as you as you type your message, it'll grow. So we do that, and now it's a little bigger. And now our button. Let's see where you're getting your styles at. So button solid. Let's remove that border because it's coming from the button class. The button like default border none. Now we gotta fix that size 18 20 text transform initial width 220 divided by 18m. Line height 64 divided by 18m. And we got that. Send message. There, we use a button because, again, buttons do things. So the button, we change the type to submit, and that's what tells it that it is going to submit something. We give it a name, and then data submit is sending. That's just what happens when you send something. It just says, like, oh, we're sending. And that's really all you need to know about that. Actually, we don't need these hover boxes because I'm not using that effect. And there's the form. So let's, on the left section, this contact group. Space there. Okay, and that's about it. So now let's zoom out. So the left section has a max width of 646. And see, it's stopping. Oh, we lost our margin bottom because it's being reset. So I have to put it on top. On tablet. What's the padding top? 172. 166. That really feels too long. Another 704. This doesn't feel that big. Actually, this feels too big. Let's shrink it. Okay, so if this max width is 646, let's do that to the form. Shrink that just a little bit. Okay, and now we grow. Just wondering when the good time is to shove these guys next to each other. Let's try 1200. Let's see if that's a good time. So we got, I'm going to shove them next to each other. It's going to be the container. And your max width. Right there. 1458. Oops. There we go. And split flex. Justify content space between. My favorite. Align items. Let's go at the top and flex start. And left section. Margin 0. And reset that margin. There they are. Y. There we go. Form looks like it has a margin on it. There we go. Now they're at the top. So let's see if I scale this down. Just a little bit. We get some space there. Let's add 2. That's a little bit. No, let's do 3. There we go. That feels better. And actually, the only difference is maybe 36 pixels. So form on top is 36 pixels. It looks like it's shoved down a little bit. And max width is going to change now to 704. And that's that. So that's our contact page. Yeah, nice and easy. Simple, simple. You don't need to have they don't need to be crazy. So this is pretty easy. Actually, this doesn't look tall enough. Right? These look bigger. That's 64. I wonder I wonder if it's because it's, let's see. Doesn't help. So something is affecting them. It's better. So if I redirect the font size, font size is 20. Why are these gigantic now? Like, where are you guys pulling your information from? Does the form have a font size on it? No. Do inputs have an implicit font size? If we remove this, and it still keeps them at 74. It should be 64. Interesting. Let's see if I make them just pixels. If I just do pixels, they are close enough. So then on, I'm gonna have to change it. Let's see, do we have that? Yeah. So here at 2000 pixels, we'll set the body to what view width. So we have to change our form, input, and text area. We have to change the font size from pixels to ems so that they scale with it. So I'll take this. This is fine for now. I'm going to do a hover state on that donate. So this is a less syntax. At and hover. It's just that at is basically saying, all right, attach this to this right here. That's what that says. Background color bar, primary color, white, and transition, background color, 1 seconds, comma, color, 1%. There we go. And there it is. Donate. So that's our contact page. That's cool. So I think we're about done. I just need to build these other pages, but they're going to be pretty cut and dry. They're basically going to be like my interior pages for this one I did. Like lessons. Let's do piano lessons. So like this is what a standard interior page is. This is what I mean when I say standard. It's just text. And I like to have an image either to the left over here or to the right. I like the right. So we just have an image here, and then we have our H2, and we have some text, maybe a call to action, and then we have groups. So every group it's a div. It'll be a div called group. They'll have their own H2, go to an H3. And the moment you get to a new H2, you have to build a new group. Otherwise, you run into like heading hierarchy issues. You got to separate the content meaningfully. So I separate them into little groups in their section. And I have my H2s. These are my and these are my H4s. Yeah, this is H4, this is H3, and this is H2. So you have all your heading hierarchies, you have your text, you have your links, right? So this is what I mean by standard. So those other pages, like certifications and teachers only, they're literally going to be this. Not every single page on your website has to have a unique design. If you do, it's really the about and contact page that you need. The rest of them don't need to be special. So like the only pages that, if you wanted to, needed to be unique and designed in the same way, it's just going to be the about, like about and contact. We have a special page here for events, so that's unique. But like generally, a lot of the other pages will just be text because they came here to learn more, and that's the point of this. And this stuff is what ranks. Like this is the content that they're talking about. Um, so like if you're building a website and like they have like 5 services or whatever, um, if you have the time and the budget, hire a copywriter. And like we did here, piano lessons in Buck County. This is what you do. Like if they're a landscaper and they do I don't know, mowing services. They want to really increase their monthly mowing services. You'd have a page with an H1 dedicated to monthly mowing services in wherever you live. That's your key. Those are your keywords. So you put that in your H1, and then you have your H2s that have your keywords as well, like maybe different parts of it or whatever. You just freaking talk about it, man. You just throw content in here, make sure it's good and engaging, has all your keywords and says everything you do with proper calls to action to go to contact page or call. And you do that for all your services. That's if they have a very aggressive content strategy. Generally, you're just going to have home about services, portfolio contact, right? But some of these, if they have the budget, I charge like for my work, I charge like 150 for extra page that I have to build, and then I charge them however much it costs my copywriter to write for the page. So it's generally between 150 and $300 per page for a copywriter, and it just depends on how many words you use. So if they got some budget and they want to really get serious, have individual landing pages for all of your services, and you can have individual interior pages, or if they're running ads, then you do like landing pages, like this. Like this is a landing page. You have a specific home page dedicated to mowing services. Like if they're going to be running ads, you want to have a landing page for that ad. A lot of times, so like if you're trying to run ads for mowing services or landscape renovations, you have a separate landing page which kind of looks like your home page, except it's all rewritten specifically for that service. That's a landing page. So those are the differences between the types of pages that I do, and I mean, is pretty common in web development. But so that would be different landing pages would be they look like an actual website. I just copy the homepage design for each landing page, but I also have these interior pages, right? So like this. So just let you know there. So this is what I'll be working on. I mean, you don't need to see this get done. This is pretty straightforward, honestly. Again, you got these two things. Guess what? Flex. I'm just flexing these. And then I hide this on mobile because you don't need an image on mobile. That's just one more thing that doesn't need to load. So this is what I'll be working on now, getting these. I gotta get these certifications and teachers only things. And then I gotta set up some external services for registering for events. But yeah, I'm gonna fill in like the about us and meet the board. I'm gonna fill in all that content. But otherwise, this is basically done. It's like about I gotta remember these. I gotta fill in these guys. I gotta do this. But yeah, overall, this so that was with the contact page. With that, this website's basically done for your sake. This is all you needed to see me make. Everything else is just not going to be exciting. So here's the about. Here's our home. looking pretty good. We got some animations here that were just part of the, you know, it's part of the code I copied. So they have animations built in. I'm just gonna have to, and we're gonna have to fix that. Why are you so tiny? That's 234. This is interesting. This is why you always check over your work. Am I scaling them somewhere? That is interesting. Because they're supposed to be bigger. There they are. Yeah, right? They're supposed to be like 365 wide. So why are you not? Oh, reset. There we go. It was zoomed out. It was zoomed out. It's still 243. That's still a little small. Why? I'm looking for a font size scaling on here to see if it's on here or not. Okay, so let's find out the okay, event max width 365. So I think this is the issue. So on tablet over here, let's do 100%. It still looks like it's like 243. Okay, what is your dealio? Width 100%, max width. Okay, well, what if I just explicitly set the width? So I want to remove that. Let's just go to our large desktop event width 365 20M, max width 100%. Maybe I have to do min width. Let's set width and then min. And that's just make sure I'm auto prefixing. This is bugging me now. Now I gotta know why you are not listening to me. And we have it here. Width, min width. It seems like it's not making a difference. Yeah, at 1200 there's still 243, so something's up. Something's up. I mean, straightforward. Let's see if we force it there. Okay, yeah, there we go. This doesn't make sense. 365, 357. This is puzzling. It's not. I don't get it. I just don't get it. Why did that work? Did they have a font size declared somewhere that I'm not seeing? So strange. So strange. 365. Now we got it. So whatever that was, I don't know what that was. Okay, but that's fixed. And let's make a hover state for these two. So for these events, let's start the hover state over here. And at hover. Background colors will be our primary. And so I think it's dot date and h3 and p color white. Okay, so there's that. But I want dot date and p to have an opacity. And it's the event, so transition for the event is going to be my background color, 3 seconds, and then my date, h3 and p, we're going to have a transition of color, 3 seconds, and dot date and p, transition of color. I'm doing this, I think the h3 should just be by itself. Color, and then opacity, 3 seconds. Stupid me. There we go. So they do that. That's still within brand. Well, it's interactive. Okay, so we got that. So that's cool. So I think we're done now. I just did a couple little checks here, but see, I don't like this. So what you do is you add a padding. So on contact, we go to our input, padding left of like 25, and that's gonna see now we got a space. See here we got to do a space on top and bottom. So on text area, padding left 25 by 20m, padding top 25 by 20m. So 20 pixels. And see, there's that. So all is well. Oh, we got a problem here. See this? That shouldn't happen. That's because it's display block. So I'll lessen it block. So you see, this is the container. So when an element is display block, it takes up its entire width. So this is display block. So this is, technically this is all the way over here. But we don't need that. So I think the email can just be displayed inline block because the H tag is display block already, so it's already taken up its space. So email can be inline, and when we do that, inline blocks. Let's see, display. Oh, wrong one. Email, inline block. Inline blocks will take up their width, right, like that. See, this is a block taking it all up, but it's an H3, so we don't have to hover over it. It doesn't matter. But this, we've set as inline block so that its width will just be auto, which is however big it's supposed to be, instead of being display block and filling up all of this stuff. So that's really the fundamental difference between the two. So that's a good example there. Now I zoom out. Looks like we got everything, so I think this is the third time I've said we're done, but yeah, it's just making sure we had those little checks. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to finish the rest of the site, and then I'll do a video on dark mode and optimizations. So it'll be dark mode. I think we do a single video on dark mode, and then it'll be quality control, optimizations, and final checklist. So um, should be a good one. I'll see you guys in the dark mode